Hi Beatle people, welcome back to A Beatleful Life. So today's video is going to be my updated Beatles room tour for 2021. It's been about 2 years since I started my YouTube channel, and if you recall, if you've been watching for some time now, my first video was a room tour, so I thought I would do an updated version for the new year. So let's get started. Alright, so we'll start with what was right behind me there. So this is, of course, my new Beatles calendar that I just put up for this year. It has a nice early Beatles portrait. This would be a good picture to frame. I really like this picture. I tend to save my old calendars to use for like crafts and things like that. I have about probably 10 years worth of calendars saved in my drawer over there. And then here is my Beatles light switch cover. I think I got this about 7 years ago, kind of like a local farmer's market type of thing that had crafts too. And then down here is my new Beatles pillow that I just got for Christmas. And of course you do see this in the background of my videos when I'm filming in my usual spot. And then my A Hard Day's Night blanket down here. I really like the colors in this blanket. So I guess we will proceed to this big shelf area here. I may have to stand on a chair to get the top shelf in the frame. So back there is a book of Yellow Submarine pop-out art decorations that I got for my birthday. That is a piece of 1960s memorabilia. Then here's a portrait of the Beatles in front of the US flag. I actually got this from the Steiner Sports website, steinersports.com. I think they're still selling some Beatles autographs on there actually. Then I just have a couple magnets here on top of this Beatles tin that my coasters came in, but I'll show you what I did with those later in the video. But I have a Fest for Beatles Fans magnet here and an Apple logo magnet. And then back here is one of my favorite pieces of 1960s merchandise, this tray. It has really cute stars and music notes around the edges and some early Beatles portraits on it. And then over here is a Beatles Anthology lunchbox, which I am using as a temporary way to display some of my magnets. So I have some Beatles cartoon magnets here and a Sgt. Pepper magnet in the middle. And then I will have to find a better place for this back here, but it is a rubber sole lenticular print. And then on this shelf down here, we have this wallet, which is also from the 60s. This was something I got for my birthday last year. And then we have this early Beatles portrait that my neighbor actually gifted to me. And then the Yellow Submarine section here, this is a little Hot Wheels Yellow Submarine. And then the Lego version with the Lego Beatles. And then back here, this is from a little mini calendar that I had. And then once you take off all the calendar pages, it's just a nice shelf decoration. Obviously goes with the theme here. And then here is a book, Love Letters to the Beatles. I have a couple of videos on my channel looking through the letters in this book, but basically it's just fan letters that the Beatles received in the 60s. I think 1964 in particular. And then over here is a picture that actually my dad took of Paul when we saw him, I think at MetLife Stadium, and I had it blown up to a larger size. And then on that frame is a commemorative ticket from when A Hard Day's Night first came to theaters. Then this shelf down here is probably the one that I've done the most rearranging with. So over here are the Beatles dolls that I got for Christmas last year. So here is John and Paul on that side, and George and Ringo on this side. And then a couple books are back here as well. I think this one is like a kind of a coffee table book, so it's mostly pictures. Then back here I have some Beatles cartoon pins, and then one of the Beatles book monthly publications from the 60s, 1966 in particular. Then I used to keep some Beatles Christmas ornaments here, but those are back in the box so I could make room for the new things here. So these are a couple things that I just got for Christmas. My Beatles harmonica, and this sort of collector's spoon with their portrait on it. And then these are the McCartney 3 dice that I got from Capitol Records last year, right before the album was officially announced. Then my Cavern Club brick here. And then here's a light up cube that I got when I ordered Paul's album New in 2013. And then back here is a Beatles purse that I got, a Beatles for sale purse, you can see, and I got it from a website called Poshmark. And then over here is this box of Beatles magnets. I will eventually like put these on a fridge probably when I have my own apartment, but for now they are sitting here on the shelf. And then this book here is about a concert that the Beatles had in Minnesota, and it features some pictures from that concert. And then down here, back here, we have the Super Deluxe edition of Sgt. Pepper, which came out for the album's 50th anniversary in 2017. Then here's a book of Beatles posters. I do have some of these taken out of the book and hung up in my room, which you will see obviously later in the video. And under that is this Beatles Life magazine from 1968. I do have a whole video looking through this magazine also. Then over here we have Paul's book, Hey Granddude, which came out September 2019. I have, of course, the physical book itself and then the audio CD version. This is read by Paul, and he also composed the music for it as well. Then I'll show you some of the things that are back here. We have some Paul tour programs over here. On the Run tour, Freshen Up tour, Out There tour, and then we have some 45s that were released for various record store day releases. This is a 45 of Come On To Me and I Don't Know. And then this is a 45 of Home Tonight and In a Hurry. And this is a picture disc, as you can see. Then back here is an Egypt Station Metro card. This was sent to me by an online friend of mine who lives in New York City. Up here is a Beatles birthday card that my friend got for me probably 7 years ago now. And this is my Beatles graduation cap that I decorated for when I graduated college in 2018. And then just some miscellaneous things here. Here's some commemorative Paul tickets and a picture from the first time that I saw Paul in 2009. And then a 45 of Coming Up and a ticket from the first time that I saw Ringo in 2016. Then over here is where I put the Beatles balloon that I got for Christmas. And then over here is the section, it's kind of dark over here, I'm sorry about that, but here's the section of all the tickets from all the times I've seen Paul. Unfortunately, I lost the ticket from the very first time I saw him. I don't know what happened to it. And then on this chair here, we have some of my Beatles purses and bags. I do show these in more detail in a video I did called My On The Go Beatles Items. But this one has a picture of them posing with their instruments and some sparkly details on the bottom here. And then this is a messenger bag that I got actually when I went to the Beatles store in London. And then over here is this big tote bag with a Pepperland yellow submarine design. And then I'll just quickly show you these pillows, but you have been seeing these in the background in most of my videos, of course. Here's my rubber sole pillow. I got this from wish.com. And then here is this black and white Beatles portrait pillow. And then up here is the sort of quintessential poster for all Beatles fans, the picture of them walking down the street in their suits. And then over here is a little mini poster that I got when I saw Paul in 2015 at the Bryce Jordan Center, which is on the campus of Penn State University. And then over here are some Paul lanyards. These are usually included as like a little bonus when you buy certain ticket packages. And then over here are the Beatles coasters that I mentioned earlier. I have these hung up on the wall surrounding the Sgt. Pepper picture disc. And then over here is another kind of lenticular print. I got this also from the Beatles store in London. It's a Mad Day Out picture. You can see it kind of moves. And then up here is this Beatles for Sale wall art. And just a little logo decal on the wall there. Then down here is my Lego Paul that I built when I did my video about the new Beatles Lego set that came out last year. And then under that is my Egypt Station Traveler's Edition. I did do a whole video looking through everything in here as well when it first came out. And then here is my plush yellow submarine. I got this from the Beatles online store. And then here are my vinyl records. I don't listen to vinyl that much anymore. I typically listen to music on CDs when I'm driving. But I think I still have a playlist up called My Vinyl Records, which talks about all these. And here's some 45s here also. And this is just an extra copy of Egypt Station. I got this because I entered a raffle to win a Paul autograph. Unfortunately, I didn't win, but you did have to buy a copy of Egypt Station to enter. I think it was from a record store called Looney Tunes. And then over here are all my Beatles books and magazines. I have a playlist called Books and Magazines that takes a closer look at every one of these. And then up here is an autographed poster from a tribute band that I like called the McCartney Years. They're basically a Wings tribute band, but I won a contest from them for an autographed poster. And then up here is probably the newest addition to my wall. This is a big Paul poster that came with the Uncut magazine that he recently did an interview with. It came with the magazine kind of as like a little bonus. And then here are some of the pictures from that poster book that I showed earlier. Up here, this is a Paul guitar clock that I got. It's included kind of with the merch bundle that you get with the sound check packages. I think I got this the most recent time I saw him, which was 2017 in Syracuse, New York. And then down here, this is just a photo of the Beatles performing. I think they're performing Help in this picture. And then a list of all their American album releases. And then a little Beatles for sale mirror down here. And this is what I was talking about with the old calendars. I just cut out a little strip from that and put it around this container. I keep like chapsticks and stuff in here. And then over here, this is a decoupage box that I made with all like little pictures that I cut out from old calendars also. And I keep my Beatles jewelry and accessories in this box. And then over here is my Sgt. Pepper lava lamp. I think I got this from the Fest for Beatles fans website. And on here are just some bracelets. This is a bracelet from when I saw Paul at the Carrier Dome again in Syracuse, New York, which was the most recent time I saw him. And here's some rubber bracelets. This one that says McCartney I got when I saw him also at that same concert, I think. And then a Beatles rubber bracelet that I got from the Beatles store in London. Then over here are a couple more pictures from that poster book that I framed. And then in this frame here is when my question was chosen for a Twitter Q&A that Paul did right when Egypt Station came out. And my question was if he had any other titles in mind for the Egypt Station album, and he said he almost called it Matching Teeth from, you know, after Caesar Rock. And down here is another Beatles poster from the 60s. And then up here, this was something very kindly sent to me by a viewer of mine. It's a big Yellow Submarine movie poster, and I think it goes really nicely with my wall color. And then down here, I just have a Paul McCartney hat that I got from eBay. So over here is a Beatles Shea Stadium poster. And then underneath that, this came with my DVD of A Hard Day's Night. This kind of long poster with all their Hard Day's Night images. And then I just have a few additional pictures up here from the set of A Hard Day's Night. And then them performing. All right, I'll do a pan around. I'm pretty sure I covered everything. Alright, Beatle people, that's going to do it for today's room tour video. I hope you enjoyed watching. I can't believe it's already been 2 years of my YouTube channel. I just want to thank you for subscribing, of course, and for the kind comments that you leave and have left over the past 2 years. I do appreciate that. But thank you very much for watching today's video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more things like this, and I will leave my blog and social media linked in the description so you can check those out if you'd like. And as always, have a beautiful day, everybody. Bye-bye.